My name is Claire Anderson. I was part of the 2012 cohort with Teach NOLA. I am now working as a science and social studies teacher at KIPP Central City Primary School, grades kindergarten, first and second grade, and I teach a reading class to a group of fourth graders every day. I applied to Teach NOLA as a career changer. I was building a career in a completely different field, and I enjoyed it, but I felt like I was just left of center when it came to finding something that was really deeply fulfilling and that would use my whole brain. So I had thought about teaching a few times over the years, but I kept thinking I wouldn't make a good teacher, or I wasn't the kind of person who made a good teacher, and I had a lot of misconceptions about what a day-to-day experience would be like for a teacher. But then I finally just decided, I love New Orleans, I want to be there, I care about the school system there, and so many exciting things are happening in education in this city. So I applied to Teach NOLA thinking, we'll just see. I'll just see if I even get in. And because I knew that it's a difficult program to get into, and I didn't want to get my hopes up. But I was invited to attend an interview event, and I thought, okay, I'll just go, we'll just see. And I showed up, and that's really what sold me, because there were so many teachers there, people who had graduated from years past through Teach NOLA. And I thought they were really impressive people. They were smart, enthusiastic about their jobs, and they were most definitely part of the selection process. And when I met them, I thought, these are my people. This is the kind of feeling I want to have about my job. So did the interview, got a spot, and said, absolutely. It just felt right. And I think the biggest thing I've learned now that I've been teaching for, gosh, like 6 or 7 months, is that teaching, no matter what age group you teach, whether it's high school all the way down to the kindergartners, is incredibly intellectually stimulating, because it's a constant input-output cycle where you're building awareness of how all the brains around you are thinking, reasoning, feeling, and how they're motivated. So developing those skills for getting 25 to 30 kids to kind of stick with you and build that awareness is really fulfilling. And seeing them sort of march off into the distance after their own dreams is really cool. If you are invited to attend a selection event, I would first urge you to go, because it will make it real. You'll meet fellow teachers, or you'll meet other teachers, and you will get a sense of the program for sure. And the segment where you're actually doing the teaching sample makes it very real too. I mean, that really is what teaching is about. And if you are worried about how to put together a teaching sample in just 5 minutes, I'd say take the larger objective and break it down into smaller components. Pick one component and then develop a sequential step process. Write it down for how someone would even go about thinking about that concept. So even if it's not how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich from beginning to end, where there are clearly steps involved, if you're just building a concept, think about how a person would think about that step. Think about a concept step by step. And then practice it with real people, and I'm almost positive you're going to have to go back to step 1 and make the thing you're teaching even smaller, even more defined, and then go through step 2 again, write down the steps, and see how it goes with actual folks. And then the third part is just engaging them, making sure they understand, making sure they can do something with that information, making sure that they are awake and with you. So I really encourage you to attend this interview event, put some time into your teaching sample and into your interview preparations, because it's worth it. Teaching is so much fun, and the community of teachers here in New Orleans and through Teach NOLA is excellent.